How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another show. This is You May Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today I got two of my partners in crime with me. I got Peeps in the building, and I got Cel in the building. What it do, my dudes?
Going
Happening. What's
on.
going on, Roscoe Village?
Ain't
Yep.
nothing, ain't nothing. Just chilling. You know what I mean? Today it looks like instead of doing like a reaction to a video, we're actually going to have a conversation today about something that has been brought up recently. One of these conversations has always been brought up over the years, and the list will change depending on eras and that type of stuff. But today we're going to be check. Well, we won't be looking at this video. I just kind of got it pulled up because we're going to have a discussion about the 50 worst rappers of all time list. So this ought to be interesting. Before we get into it, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel and also make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be reminded of future shows. Um, that's pretty much it. No shout outs, no nothing like that at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into it, man. I'm not sure who put out this list, who's responsible for putting out this particular list, but we're taking it, we're looking at it right now of the actual list of the 50 worst according to whoever put this out. And if we were to go either top to from the first to the last, or go from the last to the first, there's some very interesting names on this list. And actually, I'm looking at one right now that's like it's kind of crazy to me. But we'll start out with you, Sale, because I know you're actually the one that proposed that we check out this list and also had this discussion. So when you took a look at this list, bro, like just off the top, like what was like, well, what were some of the names that kind of stood out to you, and why?
As far as being on this list, or they shouldn't be on this
I
list.
mean, either way, if it shocked you that they was on the list, or
Okay, so
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
go with the shock factor first.
Uh,
All right. So looking off this list, this is just me. All right. There's a few people that shouldn't be on this list. To me, to my preference.
okay.
I fucks with Plies, man. I fucks with Plies through and through.
Woo, woo.
Well, I say out of this list, he's a lot better than the majority of half of these folks on here. That's just my preference. I fucks with Plies all day. I love Plies. He a
Yeah, no,
trip.
I got to interject for just a second. And my bad for cutting you off, but I gotta say this because you went to Plies first, and I can remember a time a few years like a few years ago, I thought that Plies was the worst rapper
Wow.
ever.
Mm.
I really did. Like it was something about Plies, but now it's been a few years, and he's grown on me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't know if his position has really changed with me, so that much. But he's not the worst. He's not the worst. I
Okay.
just want to point that out. But you can go ahead.
So that Plies. I don't believe Master P should be on there, but as yet again, that's a personal preference for me.
Right.
Um, y'all gonna look at me sideways for this? It's okay. I don't think Birdman should be as high as he is. Do I think he should still be on this list? Yes, but not as high. Not as high as he is. A little further down compared to some of these other folks that's on here, but it's okay.
That is you really shocking my system right now a little bit.
Chief Keef shouldn't be on there regardless. I'll fucks with Keith. He shouldn't be on there.
Wow.
He shouldn't.
Okay.
See, Murder shouldn't be on there in my book. That Boston Lean album, I don't care what nobody say. That shit's a classic. Fucks with C Murder. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. I'm going through this little list. Uh,
Mm.
now, I'm conflicted between these last two. I'm conflicted between Easy E. Yes, he's the godfather, calling there this gangster rap shit. But he also didn't write his rhymes as well. We'll think that's Ice Cube for doing that. So I'm conflicted with Easy E. RZA shouldn't be on there.
RZA should not be on there. I saw RZA's name on there. My heart dropped. My heart dropped.
RZA shouldn't be on there. And it was where he at? Where the fuck was he at? And where did he go? Where did he go? Did I see Nelly on here?
Yeah, he number 46.
He shouldn't be on there.
Woo! Woo!
He shouldn't. Nelly's one of the ones that he started off in the rap lane, but he was able to cross over not only with pop, country, and still put out bangers, man. Like still hit, man. I fucks with Nelly. You know, I really do. And like I said, the same thing about Pitbull as well, but you know, only thing I like from Petey Pablo was Freak Elite. You know. Gucci Man is hit and miss, but he's still been consistent after all these years since what 05, 04. So I'm kind of up in the air with him being on this list because he definitely has some bangers or two if you listen to his track record. So I'm up in the air with him. And I don't know why y'all got Vanilla Ice at number 14. He did Ninja Rap. He shouldn't be on there at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off right there so I can give Peeps a chance because you kind of shocked my system with some of the names you named. You know, I don't know if I'm like in agreement with you on some of these words, but I say my commentary. Peeps, when you look at this list, like whether they should be there or they shouldn't be there, like who are you looking at that's kind of standing out to you off of this list?
As far as like shouldn't be there, Easy E should not be there. I'm sorry. Whether Cube wrote his rhymes or not, you still got to be able to articulate it. And he brought that flavor. He brought that West Coast flavor. You know what I'm saying? When you think of NWA, you think of him, you think of Cube. You know what I'm saying? Right off the bat, MC Ren. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, no, he should not be on there because he was able to articulate the style that is West Coast rap. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, if we're talking about writers or, you know, that's one thing, but he was able to articulate it. Bottom line, period. Okay. Nelly should not be on there. Nelly is actually decent. Nelly, you know what I'm saying? As Cel said, he was able to cross genres. You can't be a weak ass rapper and be able to cross genres like that. He should not be on there. Let's see. Mike Jones. Really, we got Mikey Jones on here. That nigga gave out his cell phone number, bruh. Everybody was calling that. You a damn lie if you didn't call that damn number. So Mikey Jones, put some respect on that man's name, bruh. Let's see. Nick Cannon, absolutely. Let's see. Gucci Man. I'm a bit torn with that because Gucci's actually decent. You know what I'm saying? Do I own his whole catalog? No. But for what I heard, he's actually not that bad. It's a lot of rappers that I hear right now that should be on that. I'm gonna get a little flack for this, but for what I heard, G Herbo is actually decent. G Herbo's decent, man. Like he's not like some of these other names, Lil Yachty on here and all these other niggas, man. This is some weak ass niggas. He's not one of them weak ass niggas. Flow Rider. You name me a song that y'all listen to from Flow Rider, but he got over 50 million records sold.
You spin my head right around.
Flow Rider sold records. He may not be in your catalog, but he sold records. Let's see. Master P. That's a tough one for me to swallow too, that's just because of what P is meant. But if we're just talking just strictly rap, I kind of get it. But he is one of the godfathers when it comes to overall what he is meant to rap. You know what I'm saying? But we're just speaking specifically bars and being able to articulate them bars. I don't know, man, because he's kind of king of the ad-libs.
Listen,
And
Mr.
all that
Ice
shit,
Cream,
man.
man,
Like,
don't do him like that.
oh man, I'm torn. That's the reason why I said I'm torn on that one. Let's see the rest of these names, man. They can really stay on it. I really don't give a fuck about, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. RZA, stop. Tom McDonald was decent.
Yeah,
Tom
no.
McDonald's decent. What the fuck
Ooh,
are you talking about,
I
man? Like,
know. I know. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of Tom fans on my page. So
I got introduced to Tom through you. You know
I
what
didn't even
I'm
see
saying?
Tom at that moment. Yeah, that's true. I agree with
Yeah.
that as well.
And when I listen to him, it's not or rapping about the same dumbass shit.
right.
He actually is telling you a story, or he's articulating himself in a very good way, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not accepting that, man. Nah, man. Y'all just being different with that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the rest of these motherfuckers deserve to be on here. I'm sorry, man. I'm looking at it. But shout out to Vanilla Ice, man. You know what I'm saying? Ice Ice Baby. Them bars was actually kind of hot, but that was only one song.
You got ninja rap.
Huh?
You got ninja rap. What you mean?
Lil Pump.
You gonna stop
I'm
with that?
done. I'm done.
Hold up. There's one thing that I know that I did not pop out. Why is Manny Fresh on there? I still consider him more as a DJ. I think he does that rapping shit just for fun. I don't really consider Manny Fresh as a rapper at all. Not
And
by a long
remember,
shot.
Wayne wrote most of that shit.
That too.
I hope not. I hope he didn't write Manny Fresh's rhymes because
But I don't know why Manny's really on there. I don't really consider Manny as a lyricist or a rapper. I just think he just does it for shits and giggles. You know, he's more for his DJ work, his beats.
yeah.
Fact. Hey, he
I'm
was
up in the
doing
air
it to
with
me.
him.
See,
He was
this is
doing
the thing. And there's a couple of guys who kind of fit in that same category. If we going
Diddy
off
as
of
well.
because Birdman, Diddy, you know what I mean.
That's what I
So
mean.
it is a couple of guys on here who is like, yeah, they probably shouldn't be on there because they really not rappers per se. You know, they just kind of jumping on something just because whatever. You know, this is one thing I'll say before I start picking out some guys because when I look at this list, a lot of most everybody on here, well, everybody on here has their own flavor, their own style, or whatever, you know. But a lot of these people, I'm thinking that they've been thrown on this list because of the cadence in which they flow in, more so than the lyric aspect of it. You know, because
it.
if we look at like RZA for instance, you know what I mean? Like RZA is nowhere near a whack rapper, nowhere near. But
Facts.
if I was
Facts.
to, and I love RZA, but if I was to put myself into the body of somebody who is not really a Wu fan, and if you look at RZA's cadence in which he raps in a lot of the times, I could not that I could see why people would list him as a whack rapper or a worse rapper, but I could see that throwing some people. And
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of intelligence. I'm not trying to hear that.
yeah,
I think somebody that put this on here don't have any intelligence and they don't have that open mind to fucking think
I
about what's
I
agree.
did
going
not
on.
want to say
Fuck,
it. I did not want to say it.
I say fucking lacking intelligence, man, or big words and shit just goes right over their head and shit. Like, don't.
Yes, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But that's the thing about this planet is not everybody is smart. Not everybody is going to gravitate towards the guy who's spitting, you know, the words that you have to look in the thesaurus for, you know. So and not everybody is looking for that. Some people like it simple. Some people want to go with Yachty and these ABC nursery rhyme type cadences and flows and lyrics, you know. And so some of these dudes, you know, like 6ix9ine, for instance, when I first started hearing some of his stuff, all he was doing was screaming and hollering, and it was like, dude, that throws me for a loop. I don't care what you rapping about. And if you got lyricism or anything, it was just like, dude, just all that screaming is fun. You know what I mean? So some of these dudes is Waka Flocka the same kind of thing. Waka Flocka,
Mm.
he do a lot of breaking in between. Well, he was doing it like early in his career. I don't know what he's like now. Well, actually, I have heard a song with him in recent years where he actually was decent. He sounded decent to me, but it didn't sound like his older stuff where it was very broken up in certain parts so he could scream at certain times, and he's a lot of ad libs in there and whatnot. So it was something herky jerky about Waka Flocka's flow to me.
Well, I think it's also an era in time with him too, though. You gotta think, what was it, like 07, 08?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you gotta think that was like that party music back then, man. That party club fight music
Yeah,
shit. So I mean, he had his line because I fucking walk hard back then.
yeah. No, and see that's what I think some of this comes down to is like the personal preference of those type of people who may not be into those type of joints because like I wasn't by the time Walker had came out, I really wasn't hitting the clubs like that no more and all that. So I was like in my 30s, later 30s by the time I'm mid to later, So when that came around, I was like not in that wave no more. So
Gotcha.
so it was just like, yeah, I could understand. So it wasn't that I was hating on Waka Flocka. I just understood that that wave wasn't for me, you know. But you can go ahead, Sam.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Another person I think shouldn't be on here, and I might get looked at sideways or laughed about. But I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think Bow Wow should be on this list, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking at you sideways. Look at me turning my chest. I'm turning my
No,
chest on
I
so
mean
I can look at you sideways.
let's just think about this for a moment. When he first came out as a youngster, right? Just that whole little way. I fucked with Bow Wow's first two albums. I did. But just that wave and creating that, what's the word I want to use? Creating that era in the sense of still able to spit bars because he could actually spit when he wants to, especially in his younger days. He could actually spit. Some of his shit he wrote, some of his shit he didn't write. So I give him the benefit of the doubt for that, but he created a little error within his time frame, man. Look how many females were on his dick during that time frame too, though.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at him. I don't think he's horrible compared to some of these other folks. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad
Would
at
you
all.
do $1,000 meet and greet with him?
No. No.
all right.
But I don't think he should be on here. If anything, if he stays on this list, I think he should be a little bit lower compared to some of these other folks that are ahead of him that I think should be, you know, the Yin Yang twins. That was my group.
Yeah, Peeps. I wanna ask you, Peeps. Is there like if there was one dude that was on this list for you that you would say is a guy like I really really rock with this dude, and I have no. You can either understand why people kind of feel the way they do or don't, but it's one dude that you just pick off of here like I rock with this dude. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If it was one dude you could pick off this list, who's that dude?
For me, it would probably definitely have to be the RZA. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I said I understand that, the way he delivers a lot of his rhymes maybe off beat, you know what I'm saying, or something along those lines. But what he's saying is deaf as hell. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to say like, man, for the uninitiated, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it may seem weak as hell, but if you got some sense about you, you know that he's spitting some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's about the only guy that I would legitimately go to bat for on this list. The rest of the motherfuckers, man, Cardi B, Lil B, Gunna, all the motherfuckers, Keith, even though I'm from Chicago, Soulja Boy. Now, Keith is Soulja Boy. I do respect what they brought to the music industry. You know what I'm saying?
I don't,
Soulja
but
Boy.
that's okay.
Who?
No, I just said I hate what Keith and Soldier Boy brought to the table. Like I actually think that those are two names that actually have hurt the genre. But that's just me.
From doing that shit over the internet?
Well, I mean, I
You
can
talking about the musical
respect the
content?
hustle. I respect the hustle all
Okay.
from anybody, but it's just the stuff that like the music that keep. I mean, not keep, but let's start with Soldier Boy. That music was and again, this is coming from somebody who comes from the beginning of boom bap and all that type of stuff. Like that's my era, but these dudes was just like making up dance moves, and all these songs was just some crazy ass dance move, like oh, and you and all this
You wasn't
bullshit. It was
doing none
just
of
like
that?
weird to me, huh?
You weren't doing the Superman dance?
Not at all, brother.
Not even
Not at
once?
all, huh?
Not even once?
Not even once. At the time when that was probably happening, I was still balling with Jim Jones. I was balling next to that. That's
So riddle me this. By that logic, shouldn't Kitty Play be on here?
Mm.
no. No, because I see that you damn, you just threw a
They did the
That
curveball.
same
list.
shit.
Why the fuck
They did
Jim
the
Jones ain't on this list? We want to play devil's advocate. I
Yeah,
know a whole bunch of rappers that's on here that's better than Jim Jones, but he's not on here.
yeah,
For me,
no,
Jim Jones just started
Jim
getting
Jones
better
is
these
better than
past few
half of these
years.
people on here.
That's
So
what I'm getting at.
if
But what I'm
he was
saying
gonna be on here, he
is
should be at 25 because half of these people are garbage as hell, bro.
exactly. For me, Jim didn't start getting better for these past few years. I really started fucking with him. Like his lyrical content has changed completely.
yeah.
I'm just not starting to fuck with him a lot harder now than I did back then. But
I will
I'm
agree
just
with that. I will agree
saying,
with that. Because even though, like for me, like I've been a Jim Jones dude for kind of from the beginning, but I did understand that the like his rap style, like again, I started from the beginning with Jim Jones, but I knew like he wasn't good like that.
Well,
It
he
was
was
just
like my
like
least.
I liked him.
He was like my least favorite from the Diplomats, man.
Oh
Fuck with
man,
the Diplomats hard.
I was a Jim
But
Jones dude. I was a Jim Jones dude. But
it was either Cam or Jewels for me.
yeah, no, everybody fuck with Cam, but I just couldn't. It was something about Jules, man. Like Joel Santana, in my estimation, probably should be on this list.
No, what?
Like, that's just me, you know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cam and them had it set up, and I will argue with anybody. And if you look at the pattern, you can kind of agree with me. When Jewels had his little run, they were setting him up to be like Wayne if you really sit back and look at it. Before the whole shit went down with his record label and he couldn't put out albums for years,
right.
The way his trajectory was going, it was going to that. Cause you remember how he was dropping all these other, dropping on other people's shit at that time frame because he couldn't do his own. If you actually listen to his bars and shit, he was in the pocket with a lot of goats, but shit happened with his label and he couldn't put out a fucking album and shit for years. And I think that's what threw his complete trajectory off. But he was on his way to the moon, man.
Yeah, I'm a throw out a guilty pleasure. Actually, two of them that's on this list right now that are guilty pleasures of mine that I know a lot of people gonna have an issue with. One is Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo is like Yayo. I mess with Yayo. That first album was actually like a very, very dope album.
Thoughts of a Predicate Family?
Yes. He had some dope songs on that album.
That So Seductive album song was not working for me.
No, I ain't saying that because I don't like that song either. I'm not
So
a fan of So Seductive, but live by the gun, pimping, what else? Project Princess. There's some joints on there. There's some joints on that album, you know. So that's one of them. But Benzino, Benzino is Benzino is another one. Like Benzino actually had bars, dude.
I only know one song from him, which is "Rock the Party," I believe.
Oh
That's
no,
it.
dude. He if you like that first album that he had, not no, I ain't talking about like I'm talking about him, his first album as a solo artist. I ain't talking about Almighty RSO and all that stuff that he was doing beforehand. But like when he did his first Benzino joint, there was a lot of joints on there. There was Gangster. There was Bang to This is one of the coldest like joints. Like that, the beat alone is like stupid crazy, but he actually like fucked that song up. He was killing it.
That
So
nigga look like Dorian from The Mask.
yeah, no, he ugly as shit. He oh my god.
I got one little debate between all of us. Is everybody approval for Silk the Shocker being at number one?
Yeah.
No, not number one. Not number one. Not number
that nigga
one.
can stay up there. You know what I mean? But Peeps, give your reason for why you don't think.
Why you
Man,
think? Why you
because
think
I'm
he
looking
shouldn't
at
be up there?
Lil Yachty, OJ the Juice Man. Lil Flip was actually kind of decent.
Yeah,
Lil
he
Pump,
was. Flip
fuck
is on this list.
all these other motherfuckers is on here.
Who's Kid
Man,
Boo?
all them motherfuckers. Iggy Azalea.
Who's Kid Boo?
I have no idea who the hell that is.
Who is Yeet?
Yee? Who the fuck?
Yeah,
is
right underneath Kid Boo.
Oh yeah, I see. No, I
Saint
see.
Lunatic.
The Lunatics, they deserve to be there. I hated the Saint Lunatics. I hated the Saint Lunatics. And just as much as Nelly. Like Nelly deserved to be on this list. He deserved to be on this list. And like, oh man. But Benzino and Tony Yayo has hurt my heart. But you could go ahead. You were saying, Peeps. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just think that it's worse than people on here than Silk. I mean, does Silk belong in this top 50? Sure, but come on, man, it's a lot worse than people on this list than Silk the Shocker.
I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
And then Blueface pretty much took the same format as Silk the Shocker, and he lowered in Silk, and I fuck with Silk a whole lot harder than I do Blueface.
Yeah.
As far as rapping off rhyme to the beat and shit.
No, I don't even mess. I don't even mess with Blueface. So, but as far as that rapping off beat stuff, I know G Herbo. Woo, Lord, you talk about a nigga that can rap off beat. That nigga, I never like, and that's not to say that Herbo don't have a flow to him, because I've listened to him and it's like there's a flow there, but it's not on beat. Well, like, why can't he just like be?
I mean, what's name does it sometimes too.
Who that?
But he's able to go back and forth, and I'm probably gonna get looked at sideways. But if you really listen to the man, you'll see what I'm talking about and agree. E40.
No.
He does rapping off the beat sometimes. Y'all tripping.
No.
Go back and listen to some of his older shit. He don't rap always on beat all the time either.
No,
I'm not saying he belongs on his list because he definitely don't. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Let me clear that up.
Okay.
No, 40 Water does not belong on this list. I'm just talking about as far as being able to rap off the beat. He's done it a lot.
I think I know what you're talking about. When he'll speed it up a little bit, because like on one of my more famous or favorite songs from him, it's him and not D Shot, but the other
one. From the Click?
Yeah, from the Click. It's not D Shot.
Shit, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can't. I'm so mad I can't forget. I can't remember his name either. But the other one. But they got a song together called "Come On" that was on. I think it was on the About It soundtrack. But he do a lot of that. He'll be rapping on beat at one point, and then he speeds it up. He speeds up his flow and catches back onto the beat. So I think if that's what you're talking about, then
yeah. And
I
he's got a
don't
few
really,
other albums and songs he's done that, but it works for him. So I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying.
yeah, no, I
I'm
get
not gonna knock folks for not rapping off the beat. You just gotta make sense when you doing it. And
that.
sometimes Silk makes
Right.
sense with it. So that's why
Really?
I'm like, do y'all really think he should be number one?
Yeah, no, that nigga, he did. I think he should be one. The lunatic should be right there up under him. Yachty,
That's disrespectful,
but
bro.
then, like Yachty deserves like, oh man. Now when I think about it though, maybe Lil Yachty and Silk is like flip
Hold
flop.
on. Y'all think Future should be on here?
Who?
Future. I just seen
Oh,
Future. He underneath Tom McDonald.
oh, I thought you said 50 for a minute. I'm like,
Nah,
well,
Future.
50,
Future.
50 better not be on this list. But
Nah, Future's on this list.
even though I'm not a Future dude at all. I'm not a Future dude at
I'm
all.
gonna feel this shit.
He's I'm not sure if he belongs on this list though. I mean, he could very well be like, I haven't listened to him enough to like really be like, oh yeah, he got some stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I have heard some stuff, and even though I don't like it, it's not like it's a bad flow or
Yeah.
worst lyrics ever and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just like some shit I just don't fuck with. But
Shit, we
there's
only got 3 minutes.
oh yeah, no, then we will. But let's find one more dude on here. I gotta say this about Master P, even though he's so damn high on this list.
You need to
I,
be lower.
he should be lower. He wasn't the greatest rapper at all,
It
but
wasn't horrible.
yeah, he wasn't horrible. And like just like with him and a few of these other dudes on here, I think they made a statement that goes beyond they flow and they cadence. Easy E being another one. You know what I mean? Like he shouldn't. He should be on this list more than likely, but he represents so much to hip hop and gangster rap and all this. Like they ain't giving him his love for that. You
And
know?
some of these younger folks are gonna be mad looking at this list because y'all got NBA YoungBoy at number 50, and these kids nowadays, boy, they'll die for NBA
Oh yeah, no,
YoungBoy.
he did.
Yeah,
We'll
we
probably
might want to watch what we say around on this one. They
yeah,
come
He
up
yeah,
don't
with
play
yeah.
about NBA at all.
Oh, yeah. So we go leave NBA YoungBoy alone. You know, 'cause I do want to walk out of my building safely. You know, but yeah, no, some of these people, and we may have to revisit this again just
Yeah,
to
with everybody else on here for shits
yeah,
and giggles.
you know, so we'll probably end up doing that. But this was a fun conversation, man. Me and the guys, man, we gonna get ready to shut this down. But before we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named Entertainment Reactions. We do have there is a playlist where we kind of discuss some things that are entertainment related, and so this definitely fits in that category. So that's where you'll find this particular video, rather, and you'll check out everything else that's in that playlist too. So make sure you do that. Watch them to the end because it'll help push the stuff out into the algorithm. Um, what else is there? The other playlists that we have, a lot of great stuff by a lot of great artists, different genres of music. You'll check out all that stuff. Of course, you see we do some things that aren't music related as well. So check out everything and watch it to the end. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe. And that's for those who like to show their support or appreciation for the work being done. Any donations, you'll make it at one of those two at the bottom of the screen. And we have less than a minute. So we're going to shut this down by saying you guys have a great rest of your day.